Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Henry. I came here like 25,000 kilometers away from Netherlands. We came from Surabaya, Malang, and other city of Indonesia. We do have some work about the reimagining state governance, especially conceptual integration of corporate governance principle in the Indonesian context. So this work is not for the academic work. This is based on our work in the Ma'iyah group. If you don't have if you don't familiar with Ma'iyah group, it's a concept of togetherness and about the learning together about the concept of living and making everything regardless of all the big backgrounds. This is like starting from 5 years ago, Indonesia, Amsterdam, Malaysia. We do have a lot of people picking up this work because this program is initiated by the MH Ainun Najib. If you not familiar, he call it Cak Nun. He is in the initiative of this Ma'iyah group. So before I talk about the ideas, let me talk about roots before words, because we travel 25,000 kilometers from home for a round trip. This is our responsibility to erase our footprint. Yeah, we calculated about the 4 ton of CO2 equivalent. So we already planted 25 trees by now. We work with we called it Trees for All.nl. Yeah, you should check their website. They having great works about the reforestation and everything. I invite you to do the same work every time you travel. So it's just at least we are really erasing our footprint. Moving on. Turbulence and urgency. Yeah, turbulence is no abstraction. It is here. It is happening right now. Globally, we face inequality deepening, corruption persisting. Even in Indonesia, the corruption perception until today, I think the corruption perception index has fallen from I don't know the numbers, but currently 34 out of 100. That's a bad number of CPI, corruption perception numbers. The bureaucratic inefficiency persists, and the most important is trust in institution eroding. So, and turbulence is also political. Just weeks ago, maybe you heard about the Indonesian doing the demonstration about the new structure of the salary for our parliament. So that's, I think there is the clear evidence about how we have to redefining about the governing and everything else. The idea of the transformation, when we talk in our group of the Ma'iyah, we have to understand that from command and control to the stewardship of the service from our government. In Indonesia, the word of pemerintah, that's translated into governing, govern, to govern, it is just reduced into one meaning, to rule, to command. I think there is not just a fallacy of discourse, but it is more like the failure of understanding what is the meaning to govern and governing. That's why I think we seen a lot about the demonstration and everything else in Indonesia lately. But governance must be more than command and control. It must evolve into the stewardship, into a service. You know, government has to be giving a good service to the people, unless it become a myth like your presentation. We imagine that citizen not as a passive subjects. We mean that the citizen become the shareholders of the state. So it means entitled not to profit, but to justice, the equity or dignity. This is our framework that we are trying to push forward to our local government, because we believe if we strengthen our kitchen, we can feed the world. I mean, we have to finish with our own problem self, and then we talk about the global peace and everything else. So this is our movement. We put the people at the top, the source of sovereignty, of course, the true shareholders. And if you are not familiar with the MPR, which is the People's Consultative Assembly of Indonesia, which is currently doesn't have job to do. It means they don't have anything to push their bureaucracy become into a policy. This is the problem. We think that if we making the MPR live again, become the strategic apex in Indonesia, and then the General Secretariat become the techno structure, and of course the minister and agency become only an operating core. So this is will make sure everything to make the people as the source of the sovereignty. This is the result that we are doing like for the past 5 years maybe. Pak Shafi is from the Amsterdam helping us, and then Pak Yogi is from the Malaysia. We work together this to make a better Indonesia, and we think if we do have this kind of framework, and how we push this into the nation, and we remember about what about doing this to push it to a local government. But we cannot knocking their door saying that we do have a better idea to run your city, not like that. But that's why this Maya saying, the philosopher saying, why don't we use the Snook Harganja I cannot pronounce his name right, but yeah, basically he conquered the Aceh, the Banda Aceh, using his techniques, because he is became a Muslim just to conquer Aceh. That's not a nice work, but what about stealing his idea to make this work push to the government? And then that's the idea. We are not knocking the door saying we do have a better idea, but me as a private company, and he is from the academic. We offer them. Even we do this for a paid services, making the idea become to life, because we want to turning this concept into institutional practice. Sorry. Yeah, we believe that when concept must walk into practice, other way it's just a dream. A lot of party back up our research, and the collaboration. We call it Sekolah Negarawan because basically we want to like gather all the resources that we get and pushing this framework, this kind of framework, and then become a usable system. This framework is already. This framework is already used by some local government in Indonesia. They are using our services to make to run their city better, to run their province better. Their local revenue rises, and they have the balance grow about the environment, and then the economic growth and everything else. Sorry. This is the work. It's boring stuff, but this is what we do. We can even push a city like Makassar in Indonesia, as you know, Makassar doesn't have a lot of trees, but we can make them believe that you have to preserve the left of the trees, because this will make some carbon absorption and everything else. We even we will launch this called Karta Nusantara. This is preserving the heritage in Indonesia, like you're doing, but this is digitally. We work with a Kementerian Budaya, the Ministry of the Cultural in Indonesia. This is it. We push the framework into something, into a reality, and now we are calling everyone else to make this become a greater, and maybe we can solve the Indonesia problem, something like that. Yeah.
Amin.
Thank you.
Any questions or comments?
Well, actually, what is an LO, but
Yeah, of course. Yeah, totally.
it's really interesting that you are making digital. How to say it? It's like
It's a platform. Yeah.
and is it going to be implemented in the real time?
Yes, of course. This is what you see. This is already implemented on a lot of city in Indonesia, and it is paid services, because when we are saying, I do have a better ways to run your city, they just, who are you? But if we sell to them, yeah, they want to buy. This is a paid services in Indonesia. As long as it's, yeah, we believe it will make our government can do the precise work to service their people using their platform. Yeah, why not?
Interesting.
Any more questions or comments?
I have a question
Yeah.
about corruption.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you think about the corruption rate in Islamic countries? It's high.
It's really high.
Why? What do you think about it?
We given this religion when we born. We don't learn this religion, to be honest. Right? Islamic ways has become, I use your word, myth in our country. A country Islamic like Indonesia itself. We even call it Islam KTP. Islam KTP, which means you are only Islam in your ID card. Yeah, because you're born with it, but you don't learn about Islam very much. Sorry to say, something like Indonesia, we call it a liberal country, because you only born with the Islamic, but you don't do Islamic way how to manage your something like. I can show you, but I don't have any internet. This platform is also pushing the government to make an integration about the income from the tax and how you membelanjakan, what's it?
Sell?
No. I mean, like you.
Why?
No, to giving back to the people. I mean, yeah. It is just how the cities work, right? You collect tax and then you're giving back to the people, but no transparency. Our platform pushing that, and that's the value, one of the value of Islamic ways. But currently in Indonesia, not so much thinking about that. Again, we just born to become Islam, but we. Yeah, I must say that Gen Z, millennials, they only born with Islam, but sometimes they don't living the Islamic way. That's why in your question, Islamic country like Indonesia, we downfall, right? I check in the internet, 37, the CPI, Corruption Perception Index, 37 out of 100. Zero is better. 100 is better. We are only 37. So I think that's the reason why.
We have learned from VOC.
that also that are also a common misconception in our there is also a misconception in our country when we are saying we learn from the VOC. Actually, VOC is paying our bupati. Bupati is the mayor or everything, but the mayor is not giving back to the people. It is It is root from the beginning of Indonesia. We just born and happen to be Islam, but we don't practice any Islamic way. If you are asking why Islamic country, yeah, this is why. In our group, Ma'iyah group, we talk about this. We talk about the spiritual, we talk about the cultural, and we talk about how to push this into reality. The Islamic way into the government. Even they don't know we do this, but they paid for it. It works. Well, when we talk to them, it is free. You can use it, this framework to run your city, to run your province. They don't want it there because it doesn't have no money, and then if it paid services, yeah, they want. But they use this just to collect the tax. They use this to make a precise social aid giving to the people. Yeah, this is this Islamic way we push into our platform. I think that's it.
I do have a question.
Yeah.
I know we have run out of time, but if I don't know, I guess it's a comment, but I think the idea of sort of using the language corporate governance to the existing one, I guess we have better language, right? I guess I hate this idea of corporate in the first place. We're thinking about, if you care about the discourse so much, you think about pemerintah as, command and control. And are we sort of, or are you sort of promoting this neoliberal ideas governing the state?
Okay.
That, sort of liberalizing state governance, is that sort of your proposal to make Indonesia better? I guess it's important to have critiques within Islamic community to think about more sort of socialist economic governance rather than privatizing, or using this concept of corporate rather than, say, for example, we have democratic governance that already exists, pretty much talking about accountability, transparency, all those stuff that you talked about earlier. And why then you guys sort of pick this word corporate governance? Knowing the implication, if we care so much about the discourse,
Anna.
Why corporate governance?
Can I jump in?
Okay.
There's also a long history of Kiri Islam in
Yep.
Indonesia. Maybe you can also use that to switch the narrative.
I think I think that's that's how corporate now in Indonesia having a really bad name. I don't know. That's why actually the corporate ways we only use it as the conceptual, but for the formal name we do have a better name. If you working in a private company, there are also called ERP, enterprise resource planning, and we think why we don't have like GRP, government resource planning, a framework that happen to make a better ways to control the city, the province, and everything else. So why corporate? Yes, because actually, our global is just run by some particular corporates, the big four.
Call it capitalist.
Yeah, call it capitalism. Okay, we call it capitalist, but the idea is making them a clear position about who is the CEO, the CTO, something like that. Yeah? But this thing in governance. I think that's the idea. But when it comes to people, we have to come with a better name, because sometimes like corporate, long history, maybe in our country they said budak korporasi and something like that. Yeah, it's not a good resemblance of a better Indonesia, but I think we only use how the corporate successfully manage because it's all about managing. We don't have clear like a structure of our governance. I think, yeah. Thank you for that.
Round of applause.